country road, there were few cars about then, reflected Sunday's waste and indifference. High, sulky summer sucked me towards it, and I offered no resistance at all. Through the solitary morning and afternoon, I found myself longing for some opposition or rescue, for the sound of hurrying footsteps coming after me, and family voices calling me back. None came. I was free. I was affronted by freedom. The day's silence said, "Go where you will. It's all yours. You asked for it. It's up to you now. You're on your own and nobody's going to stop you." As I walked, I was taunted by echoes of home, by the tinkling sounds of the kitchen, and shafts of sun from the windows falling across the familiar furniture, across the bedroom and the bed I had left. When I judged it to be tea time, I sat on an old stone wall and opened my tin of treacle biscuits. As I ate them, I could hear Mother banging the kettle on the hob and my brothers rattling their teacups. The biscuits tasted sweetly of the honeyed squalor of home, still only a dozen miles away. I might have turned back then if it hadn't been for my brothers, but I couldn't have borne the look on their faces. So I got off the wall and went on my way. The long evening shadows pointed to folded villages, homing cows and after-church walkers, and I tramped the edge of the road, watching my dusty feet, not stopping again for a couple of hours. When darkness came, full of moths and beetles, I was too weary to put up the tent, so I lay myself down in the middle of a field and stared up at the brilliant stars. I was oppressed by the velvety emptiness of the world and the swathes of soft grass I lay on. And then the fumes of the night finally put me to sleep, my first night without a roof or bed. I was woken soon after midnight by drizzling rain on my face, the sky black and the stars all gone. 2 cows stood over me, windily sighing, and the wretchedness of that moment haunts me still. I crawled into a ditch and lay awake till dawn, soaking alone in that nameless field. And when the sun rose in the morning, the feeling of desolation was over. Birds sang, and the grass steamed warmly. I got up and shook myself, ate a piece of cheese, and turned again to the south. Now I came down through Wiltshire, burning my roots behind me and slowly getting my second wind, taking it easy, idling through towns and villages, and knowing what it was like not to have to go to work. 4 years as a junior in that gas-lit office in Stroud had kept me pretty closely tied. Now I was tasting the extravagant quality of being free on a weekday, say at 11 o'clock in the morning, able to scuffle down a side road and watch a man herding sheep, or a stalking cat in the grass, or to beg a screw of tea from a housewife and carry it into a wood and spend an hour boiling a can of spring water. As for this pocket of England through which I found myself walking, it seemed to me immense. A motor car, of course, could have crossed it in a couple of hours, but it took me the best part of a week, treading it slowly, smelling its different soils, spending a whole morning working round a hill. I was lucky, I know, to have been setting out at that time, in a landscape not yet bulldozed for speed. Many of the country roads still followed their original tracks, drawn by pack-horse or lumbering cartwheel, hugging the curve of a valley or yielding to a promontory like the wandering line of a stream. It was not, after all, so very long ago, but no one could make that journey today. Most of the old roads have gone, and the motor car since then has begun to cut the landscape into pieces, through which the hunched-up traveller races at gutter height, seeing less than a dog in a ditch. But for me, at that time, everything I saw was new. I could pass it slowly through the hours of the day, while still only a day's march from home, coming through Malmesbury and Chippenham, already I noticed different shades of speech.